фестивале Средний Design Week, такой вроде бы как не дизайнерский гость, на самом деле очень даже дизайнерский. Проходите, пожалуйста, мы начинаем, наверное, минут через 5, там люди подтягиваются. Есть еще места, мне кажется, здесь пространства еще достаточно, и можно поставить пару стульчиков. Двигайтесь, желающих много. Ну и еще немножечко терпения, пару-тройку минут, и мы начнем.
I slowly start, even though some people are still arriving.
Потихонечку будет начинать, пока я буду переводить.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for inviting me to this place. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how my creative world has evolved.
Он будет рассказывать немножечко о своем мире, как он, креативном мире, как он
during the last 25 years of my life. I was born just before they landed on the moon, and my dad has told me that as a baby I was sitting in his knees watching this event, and that had a really big effect on me as a baby. And the first 4 years of my life I only did drawings with moons and astronauts and stars, and this had a great effect on me at the time, but it also came back in the work I did 10 years ago, and I'm going to come to that later. But this was like the first event that had a strong effect on me, both visually, first of all.
Расскажет, что он родился практически во время, когда первый человек оказался на Луне. И его отец рассказывал ему о том, что он смотрел это событие, сидя у отца на коленях, и это событие влияло на... В детстве он много... Все, что нарисовал первые 4 года своей жизни, это все было связано с космосом, с Луной. И потом та работа, которой он занимался 10 лет назад, которая дается позже, во время своей лекции, тоже была связана с космосом. Первого человека или первых людей в космосе, на Луне.
The second event was when I bought my first record when I was 6 years old. I went to the local record store in a small town where I was living, and for the first time with my own money I bought this record, the first album of Kiss that came out in 1974. At the time it was much more the record cover, the design of it, and the design of these 4 characters that had a big effect on me, much more than the music actually. I became a huge fan and bought their first 10 albums, because then they took the makeup away and then I didn't find it interesting anymore. So it was obviously more about the style than about the music.
Первый пластинка, который он купил в своей жизни, ему было 6 лет, маленький магазинчик, в маленьком городе, который жил в Швеции. Это была вот эта пластинка. И, конечно, он купил не потому, что она, то есть не за музыки, а больше характеры 4 человека. пластинка. А потом, когда мейкап исчез, то ему уже стало неинтересна эта группа. Вот, поэтому он решил, что, конечно, речь шла о дизайне, больше, чем о музыке.
As a young teenager, I started to go to London a lot. At least I tried to go there 2 times per year. I was amazed by the post-punk period, the early years of the New Romantics, and what Malcolm McLaren had created first with Sex Pistols, but even more what he managed to create after that with Bow Wow Wow, Boy George, and that whole scene. That, as a young teenager, that was extremely important to me, both styling-wise, what Malcolm McLaren and Vivienne Westwood was creating. It was the first time when I started to get interested in clothes as an art form.
В юношеском возрасте он часто посещал Лондон, и 2 раза в год. Да. И это была эра пост-панка. Большое влияние на то, что он по жизни потом занимался. Впечатление получил от того, что создал Майкл Макларен, не после того, что, после Sex Pistols, после больше вот с Boy George'ом связанные яркие события.
When I was 15, an event happened that had a big effect on me, and I had already, as a kid, I was drawing mostly and painting mostly as a kid, but I had also started to write songs. But it was when I was 15, when I saw a concert with Chet Baker, that my music world changed drastically, and I never thought, until I saw Chet Baker, I thought that the performer needed to be extrovert and to be proud and to be loud and noisy. That was what I had seen in London. But when I saw Chet Baker being very shy, very fragile, very sensitive, sitting in the shadow of the stage, that's when I felt that I could do that too. I could also be a performer, because I always see myself as a very shy person, and obviously Chet Baker was that as well. And from that moment, when I saw Chet, I started to write music in a different way, much more influenced by jazz.
15 лет он знакомился с музыкой Бейкера.